skies are blocked out by clouds, but recently one East Texas couple got a clear view of something strange. We sent East Texas News 9's Lane Lucky to figure out what's raising some eyebrows in Alto.
Harry and Bonnie Gibson have hunted on their property near Alto for years. Dozens of motion sensor cameras keep watch over the animals that roam the piney woods.
We put them out so that we can track the deer and the hogs, obviously, and so we'll know about what to expect at each different feeder.
Snapping thousands of pictures, each one telling a different story.
And then as we're looking at them, then all of a sudden, the hogs come. Well, we saw the hogs, and then we're like, well, what is that?
A column of lights appears to dance in the sky. The automatic camera snapped this series of photos over a 15-minute period.
Right against the tree. It's on this side of that tree.
It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. The more you look at them, the more you go, what is it?
While Harry and Bonnie can't explain what the lights were over the property, they are pretty sure it wasn't an extraterrestrial.
You've seen light. You haven't seen anything solid.
Whatever it moved this way and actually went out of the frame, and then it came back, and then it just kind of went down a little bit, and then it was gone.
With few answers of their own, they've turned to their friends for ideas.
Call NASA, they think they're UFOs and whatever, and, it can well be.
And while Harry doesn't think it was little green men, his military background taught him that there are strange things out there.
I was on radar sites in Montana years ago when I was in the service, and we would have things come across the screen that was unexplainable.
So they'll keep their cameras pointed at the skies, but if Bonnie sees them in person...
I'm gone. I'll meet y'all at the house.
Lane Lucky, KTRE, East Texas News Nightcast.
Bonnie and Harry hope someone can tell them what the dancing lights could be, and until they know, Bonnie says she won't be spending much more time out in the woods.
An unidentified flying object over Wichita is making international headlines.
That UFO sighting happened last week southeast of Wichita. A Wichita man snapped a quick picture, and now that photo is flying around the world. Deb Ferris here now with more. Deb.
Well, Susan, this is the object that we're talking about. This picture was taken southeast of Wichita, and now it's on UFO Digest's website. So what is it, and could it be from outer space?
On a night when the moon is full and the wind is whistling, is Wichita being visited by the extraterrestrial?
Oh, it's got to be a flying saucer.
Let me see here. I want to say a plane.
It's a buzzard, isn't it? A buzzard?
The picture of the black, shiny object appeared on UFOdigest.com Friday. The headline, Weird Object in Wichita.
To me, it reminded me of one of those pontoon boats like you see it go out in the swamps and stuff. It has like a fan on it, kind of a whirly sound, but then it had a little bit of a roar like a jet, but not near as loud.
Daniel took the picture near 210th South and Rock Road Friday. He's afraid to go on camera. He doesn't want his friends to think he's crazy, but he says he's never seen anything like it before.
It was just flying really fast. It just kind of came down, swooped down like it was going to drop a bomb or something, and then just swooped back up. I mean, it just didn't look threatening.
Dirk Vanderploeg is the publisher of UFOdigest.com. We talked to him by phone from his home in Canada.
I thought it was a pretty unusual photograph.
He can't positively identify the object, but he says the detail is interesting.
I don't want to sound like a crackpot or anything, but we really have no idea what shape extraterrestrial craft could look like, other than the saucer types that we've seen on TV.
Vanderploeg, who is a former small plane pilot, says it may even be an experimental government aircraft. We also contacted McConnell Air Force Base. A spokesman says, quote, due to the unknown circumstances of the photograph, we cannot comment.
Eerie, just three lights hovering in the sky, very prominent. They weren't just specks off in the distance.
Bright red UFO images captured in the skies over El Cajon. But these lights may not be a mystery at all. In fact, there could be a very good explanation. Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. UFO lights shine brightly from outer space. At about the same time, a NASA satellite crashes into the ocean after liftoff.
Sheer coincidence? Perhaps not. A satellite launch from Vandenberg Air Force Base went terribly wrong just before 2 this morning. The rocket apparently didn't have enough thrust to make it into orbit.
But did that mishap in space have anything to do with bright red lights in the sky captured on camera? News 8's Doug Holk is live with a possible explanation. Doug?
Well, guys, it sounds like a logical explanation, only there's a time discrepancy. According to NASA, that failed launch happened around 2 a.m., and the people we spoke with who saw these 3 red objects in the sky say that happened around 1:20.
We've just seen 3 lights. I was wondering if you guys got anything of a strange object flying over here?
Even in this 911 call, witnesses had a tough time explaining what they saw.
I'm sorry, you saw what?
Throughout the East County, it was seen for miles.
It was kind of eerie, just 3 lights hovering in the sky, very prominent. They weren't just specks off in the distance.
Here are the pictures Mark Urich took from his Rancho San Diego home.
This is probably the best one.
It was around 1:30 in the morning when he got a call from his buddy, Jeff Mikolas.
I was blown away. I had no idea what it was. That's why I called him.
I said, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, over and over again.
Not an airplane, not a helicopter. Can't be something military.
They weren't the only ones who witnessed this unidentified flying object. Tuesday morning, our News 8 server was flooded with emails and pictures from viewers, all vividly describing the same thing.
It's probably not aliens, but I really hope it is.
And liftoff of the Taurus rocket with OCO.
One possible explanation is the failed launch of a NASA satellite from Vandenberg Air Force Base here in California.
Vehicle velocity is approximately 5,000 miles per hour at an altitude of approximately 50 miles.
It crashed in the Antarctic, only its launch occurred around 2 a.m.
We have declared a launch contingency.
And most witnesses reported seeing this UFO around 1:30.
I don't see how that would explain it exactly.
There are a lot of hoaxes around San Diego.
Mel Podell has been studying UFOs ever since he was 14.
It's possible it's a sophisticated hoax, because they're getting better and better around here.
He's currently the sectional director for the Mutual UFO Network.
Well, the fact that it's slow-moving leads me to believe that it might be one of these big balloons. Then again, there's always other possibilities.
Now, if it is in fact a balloon hoax, Podell says it's happened many times in San Diego before, with the last time occurring New Year's Eve, and his group caught the man responsible.
And we usually find out about these things fairly close to after it happened. I guess right now we're just waiting for somebody to step forth with an explanation, or maybe there won't be one.
That's the thing. You leave it open, or maybe there won't be one.
You never know.